Hello, my name is Abdullah Dwale. On this documentary, I'll be discussing, does the media portray Islam negatively? To answer this question, I've interviewed students from New York University, and here are what they had to say. For time's sake, I'll be fast forwarding through their answers. Alright, so what's your name, brother?
Sam,
And you're majoring in?
criminology.
Perfect. So now, what we want to ask you is, do you think Islam is accurately portrayed by media, as in social media, newspapers, articles, etc.?
No, I do not. And this is because learning from my first year course in criminology, we did a portion on media and crime, and the public, for the public, media is their only access to information on certain topics. They don't really get the same kind of access as we do as academic students in university and college. And
Alright, so what's your name, brother?
My name is Nehal,
Nice to meet you.
and I'm in business and IT.
Oh, that's pretty cool. All right, so the question that we want to ask you, the first one is, do you think the media picks on Islam?
Uh, like I have thought previously, I think that there's always been a group that has been subjected to some kind of scrutiny because of irrational actions, and right now the scrutiny is towards the group, the Islamic group, just because of attacks and all stuff. So I do think the media picks on Islam currently.
my name is Dylan. I'm a second year anthropology student.
All right, so how's it day, Dylan?
Good.
That's good. So the first question we want to ask you is, do you think the media picks on Islam?
I do think that the media picks on Islam, especially like you see in on the world stage. You see that Islamophobia that is being carried through a lot of talks and stuff like that. Of course, we all know the kind of messages that was being preached by the most recent presidential candidate, the elect, Mr. Trump, and you know that definitely takes a toll on everyone's mindset towards it. And, yeah.
All right, so what's your name?
Sarah,
And you're majoring in?
sociology.
All right, awesome. So the first thing I want to ask you is, based on what you have viewed in the media, how would you say Islam is portrayed?
It's definitely portrayed very negatively, and I can definitely feel the Islamophobia in like almost every media source that I've watched or read. It's not portrayed realistically, and it doesn't really like talk about what Islam stands for.
My name is Gabriela. I'm in Bachelor of Business Administration.
All right, so Gabriella, the two questions we wanted to ask you. The first one is, do you think the media picks on Islam from your perspective?
I don't know much about Islamic culture, but based on the media, I don't think they do. I think they kind of represent them like for as far as I know, I think they present them like the way they are.
No problem. All right, so what's your name?
Oh yeah, my name is Michelle.
And you're majoring in?
And I'm majoring in social work.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so number one, the question we want to ask you is, do you think media picks on Islam?
Yeah, I do feel like media picks on like Islam in terms of like the way they portray, they associate like for example like terrorism with Islamic like religion and everything. So in that light, I would say yeah, the media kind of is kind of stereotypical and tries to portray a certain representation of Islam.
As you can see, these first six students that we interviewed were non-Muslims, so they were not of the Islamic faith. But you can see majority of them believe that Islam is portrayed negatively throughout the media. And the last two students are Muslims and of the Islamic faith, and hear what they had to say.
My name is Waleed. I am a first year undergraduate computer science student at York, and I have been.
All right, no problem. All right, so the two questions we had for you is, the first one is, do you think the media picks on Islam?
I certainly believe the media picks on Islam because, in my opinion, what I've been seeing in the past couple of days, in the past couple of years, the media pinpoints certain phrases from the Quran and out of context, and they depict it as how the people of the people of Islam follow it, and they pinpoint that Islam teaches violence, and However, they don't show the true meaning of it or the context of it.
Hi, my name's Ray, and I'm taking psychology at York University.
All right, nice to meet you, Ray. Now, the first question you want to ask you is, based on what you've viewed in the media, how would you say Islam is portrayed?
Based on what I've seen in the media, I would say that Islam is mostly portrayed negatively, and that there's a lot of generalization and correlation towards terrorism acts and Muslims in general.
And here is a real life example of how the news treats Islam.
In the wake of the Boston bombing, there's one aspect of the media's coverage that I haven't talked about, the sensationalistic machine that's pumping out fear, racism, and discrimination against one group, Muslims. Take a look.
I don't care if she knew about this. She ought to be in prison for wearing a hijab. This immigration policy of us assimilating immigrants into our culture isn't really working. No, they're assimilating us into their culture. She get a clitorectomy too?
Who else does that? What other theology in this world justifies murdering innocent people? The answer is only radical Islam allows terror murder.
There are some who are getting very leery of all the Muslim students in America. Our own Bob Eckel among those saying, maybe stop granting them visas. Others have spoken of slowing down the number of get into this country, checking them out more closely.
Let me just say this about the access that Muslims have in this country, whether they're American Muslims or whether they're here on a student visa. It is enormous, the access that they have, and it is virtually all radical.
As you can see, the actions of a few does take toll on Islam and its name. And as you can see here, since 1985 and 2005, only 6% of the total gun shooting or mass shooting in the U.S. was by Muslims, and that accounts for 0.57% of all mass shootings in America. And you can see the population of Muslims is estimated to be 2.6 million, and that's approximately 0.8% of the total percentage population. And yet they're spoken about a lot and widely throughout the media. And I hope this documentary gave you some insights about this topic and made you a little more interested to do more research about this topic. Thank you for watching this, and take care.